Did someone ever tell you that the juicy banana sitting on the kitchen counter could actually put our kidneys at risk? Today's episode might completely change the way we shop for groceries, especially for those managing kidney health. Welcome back to Health Bloom, the podcast where health meets heart. For those tuning in for the first time, this is a safe space to learn about taking better care of our bodies without the medical jargon that usually makes our heads spin. Today's topic is incredibly important for anyone living with kidney disease or caring for someone who is. Managing potassium might sound technical, but it's actually one of the most practical things to understand for kidney health. Before jumping in, if this information helps, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Sharing this episode could literally help save someone's health, so let's spread the knowledge. Understanding potassium and kidney health. Let's start with the basics, because understanding why matters just as much as understanding what. Potassium is actually a mineral that our bodies need to function properly. Think of it as one of the essential workers in our body, helping our heart beat regularly, our muscles contract, and our nerves send signals properly. When kidneys are healthy, they work like amazing filters, keeping just the right amount of potassium in our blood and flushing out the excess through urine. But when kidneys aren't working at their best, they struggle to remove that extra potassium. The result is that potassium starts building up in the bloodstream, creating what doctors call hyperkalemia. High potassium levels aren't something to take lightly because they can cause serious problems. The heart is particularly sensitive to potassium levels. Too much potassium can make the heart beat irregularly, cause muscle weakness, create feelings of nausea, or in severe cases, even lead to heart complications. This is why managing potassium intake becomes crucial for anyone with kidney disease. The normal range for potassium in the blood should be between 3.5 and 5 milligrams per deciliter. For most people managing kidney disease, doctors typically recommend keeping daily potassium intake somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 milligrams. But here's something super important. Everyone's needs are different. The smart way to approach low potassium eating. Now, before anyone starts feeling overwhelmed about restrictions, let's flip the perspective. This isn't about deprivation, it's about making informed choices that support our kidneys. The beautiful truth is that there are so many delicious, nutritious fruits and vegetables that are naturally lower in potassium. We just need to know which ones. Foods are generally considered low in potassium when they contain 200 milligrams or less per serving. But here's a critical point that often gets overlooked. Portion size is everything. Even a low potassium food can become a high potassium problem if consumed in large amounts. Think of it like this. One apple is great, but eating 5 apples in one sitting would pile up the potassium. The wonderful world of low potassium fruits. Let's talk about fruits first because they're nature's candy, and the good news is there are plenty of kidney-friendly options. Apples are absolutely wonderful for kidney health. They're low in potassium, packed with fiber, and contain natural compounds called polyphenols that fight disease. Whether eating them fresh, as applesauce, or drinking apple juice, they're a fantastic choice. Berries are another group of superstar fruits. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and cranberries are all naturally lower in potassium. Beyond being kidney-friendly, berries are loaded with antioxidants that help protect our bodies from damage. Blueberries in particular contain something called anthocyanin, a powerful antioxidant that may help reduce inflammation throughout the body.
Grapes are another excellent option. They're not only low in potassium, but also rich in vitamin K and B vitamins that help boost energy levels. Plus, they contain resveratrol, a compound found in grape skins that research suggests may actually help protect kidney health and reverse some damage caused by diet-related issues. How amazing is that? Watermelon deserves special mention here. While most melons are high in potassium, watermelon is actually a low-potassium fruit. It's packed with vitamins A and C, magnesium, and lycopene, another powerful antioxidant. Just remember to stick to about half a cup serving size, especially if also watching fluid intake, because watermelon is quite water-rich. Pineapple brings both flavor and health benefits to the table. It's naturally low in potassium and contains bromelain, a plant enzyme with anti-inflammatory properties. Some research suggests bromelain may even help reduce swelling and joint pain, which can be beneficial for people managing multiple health conditions alongside kidney disease. Cherries, both sweet and tart varieties, are wonderful choices. They're rich in fiber, vitamin C, and compounds that fight inflammation. For people dealing with kidney disease, cherries might offer an extra benefit because they may help reduce symptoms of gout, which can sometimes be a concern with kidney conditions.
Pears are gentle on the kidneys and particularly helpful because they're low in sodium, which helps balance water and sodium levels in the body. The malic acid found in pears may even offer some protection against kidney stone formation, making them a doubly smart choice for kidney health. Peaches, especially when canned in their own juice without added sugar or syrup, are another kidney-friendly option. They're packed with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants while remaining low in both oxalate and potassium. Just remember that fresh peaches are slightly higher in potassium than canned ones, so portion awareness matters even more with fresh fruit. Low-potassium vegetables that nourish. Moving on to vegetables, there's an incredibly diverse selection of kidney-friendly options that can make meals both nutritious and delicious. Cabbage, both green and red varieties, is an exceptional choice. It's remarkably low in potassium while being high in vitamins and fiber. Cabbage can be enjoyed raw in coleslaw, steamed as a side dish, or incorporated into stir-fries and soups. Cauliflower has become incredibly popular in recent years, and for good reason. It's versatile, low in potassium, and can be transformed into everything from rice alternatives to pizza crusts. 1/2 cup of cooked cauliflower contains only about 88 milligrams of potassium, making it an excellent base for many kidney-friendly meals. Carrots, especially when cooked, are another wonderful option. Cooking actually helps slightly reduce their potassium content while making their nutrients more bioavailable. Carrots bring sweetness and color to meals while providing vitamin A and fiber. They're perfect for snacking, adding to stews, or roasting as a side dish. Cucumber is refreshingly low in potassium and incredibly hydrating. With its mild flavor, cucumber works beautifully in salads, as a crunchy snack with dip, or infused in water for a refreshing drink. 1 cup of sliced cucumber with the peel contains only about 153 milligrams of potassium. Green beans, whether fresh or frozen, are among the most kidney-friendly vegetables available. They're not only low in potassium, but also low in phosphorus, another mineral that people with kidney disease often need to monitor. Green beans are delicious steamed, sautéed with garlic, or added to casseroles. Eggplant is a mild, versatile vegetable that absorbs flavors beautifully. It's low in potassium and can be grilled, roasted, or used as a base for dishes like eggplant parmesan made with kidney-friendly adjustments. Its meaty texture makes it satisfying even in smaller portions. Peppers, including bell peppers of all colors and even jalapenos for those who enjoy heat,
are excellent low-potassium choices. They're packed with vitamin C and add vibrant color and flavor to any dish. Roasted red peppers, fresh green peppers in salads, or jalapenos for a kick all work wonderfully in a kidney-friendly diet. Lettuce and other leafy greens like raw spinach in moderation can be enjoyed in salads. While cooked spinach is higher in potassium, raw spinach in reasonable portions is acceptable. Other greens like mustard greens, collard greens, and kale in raw, smaller amounts can add variety to meals. Asparagus is a nutritious, low-potassium vegetable that's particularly good during its peak season in spring. About 6 raw spears, or a half-cup serving cooked, provides excellent nutrition without excessive potassium. Asparagus works beautifully roasted, grilled, or steamed with just a squeeze of lemon. Important cooking techniques for kidney health. Beyond knowing which foods to choose, how we prepare them matters tremendously. There's a technique called leaching that can actually help reduce the potassium content of certain vegetables. While leaching doesn't remove all the potassium, it can significantly lower the amount. Here's how leaching works. First, peel the vegetable and cut it into small, thin pieces. The more surface area exposed, the more effective the leaching. Then place the cut vegetables in a large bowl and cover them with warm, unsalted water. The key ratio to remember is 10 parts water to 1 part vegetables. So for 1 cup of vegetables, use 10 cups of water. Let the vegetables soak for at least 2 hours, though longer soaking times can be even more effective. If soaking for more than 4 hours, change the water to prevent bacterial growth. After soaking, rinse the vegetables thoroughly under warm running water for a few seconds. Finally, cook the vegetables using 5 times as much water as vegetables. This double process of soaking and cooking in ample water helps draw out even more potassium. This technique works particularly well for starchy vegetables like potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, and beets. However, remember that leaching doesn't remove all potassium, so even leached high-potassium vegetables should still be eaten in limited amounts. It's a helpful technique, but not a free pass to eat unlimited quantities. Critical tips for safe low-potassium eating. When it comes to canned fruits and vegetables, there's an important strategy to remember. Canned foods often have potassium that leaches into the liquid they're packed in. Drinking that juice or using it in recipes can significantly increase potassium intake. Always drain canned foods thoroughly and rinse them with water before use. This simple step can reduce potassium content considerably. Fresh or frozen fruits and vegetables are generally preferable to canned ones when possible. They typically retain better nutrition and give more control over preparation. However, if canned is the only option available or more convenient, just remember to drain and rinse thoroughly. Reading food labels becomes absolutely essential. Some packaged foods contain potassium chloride as an additive. Salt substitutes marketed as healthier alternatives to regular salt often contain high amounts of potassium and should be completely avoided by people managing kidney disease. Instead, season foods with herbs, spices, lemon juice, or vinegar to add flavor without adding potassium. Portion control cannot be emphasized enough. Even the most kidney-friendly food becomes problematic in excessive amounts. For fruits, aim for 2 to 3 servings of low-potassium options per day, where 1 serving equals 1 small piece of fruit or half a cup. For vegetables, 2 to 3 half-cup servings of cooked vegetables or 1 cup of raw leafy vegetables per day is generally appropriate.
Foods to approach with caution. Understanding what to avoid is just as important as knowing what to include. Several fruits and vegetables are naturally very high in potassium and should be limited or avoided entirely depending on individual potassium levels. Bananas are perhaps the most well-known high-potassium fruit, with a medium banana containing over 400 milligrams. Oranges and orange juice are loaded with potassium, despite being famous for vitamin C. A single cup of orange juice can contain nearly 500 milligrams of potassium. Similarly, grapefruit juice, while slightly lower in potassium than orange juice, can interact with many medications, so it's worth discussing with a healthcare provider before consuming. Dried fruits are particularly concentrated sources of potassium. The drying process removes water but concentrates the minerals, making even a small serving extremely high in potassium. For example, just half a cup of dried apricots contains over 750 milligrams of potassium. Raisins, dried cranberries, and other dried fruits should generally be avoided or consumed very sparingly. Avocados have become incredibly popular for their healthy fats, but they're extremely high in potassium. A medium avocado can contain over 900 milligrams of potassium. While avocado offers excellent nutrition, people managing kidney disease need to either avoid it entirely or limit themselves to very small, occasional portions.
Potatoes, in all their forms, including sweet potatoes, are very high in potassium. A medium baked potato can contain over 900 milligrams. However, using the leaching technique described earlier can make small portions of potato occasionally acceptable. Still, they should never become a dietary staple for someone managing kidney disease. Tomatoes and tomato products deserve special attention. Fresh tomatoes, tomato sauce, tomato paste, and ketchup are all high in potassium. Even a quarter cup of tomato sauce can be significant. While tomatoes are healthy for people with normal kidney function, they need to be significantly limited or avoided by those managing kidney disease.
Working with healthcare professionals really requires teamwork in managing potassium intake. Regular blood tests are essential to monitor potassium levels and ensure they're staying within the safe range. These tests help doctors adjust dietary recommendations and medications as needed. Never try to manage this alone or make major dietary changes without medical guidance. Working with a registered dietitian who specializes in kidney disease, often called a renal dietitian, is incredibly valuable. These professionals can create personalized meal plans that balance not just potassium, but also other important factors like protein, phosphorus, and sodium. They can help adapt favorite family recipes to be more kidney-friendly and provide practical shopping tips. It's also crucial to understand that potassium isn't the only consideration in kidney disease nutrition. Phosphorus levels, sodium intake, protein amounts, and fluid balance all play important roles. Sometimes managing one nutrient affects another, which is why professional guidance helps navigate these complex interactions successfully. Certain medications can affect potassium levels too. Some blood pressure medications, diuretics, and other drugs can either raise or lower potassium in the blood. This is another reason why regular communication with healthcare providers is essential. Never adjust medications without discussing it with a doctor first. Creating sustainable, enjoyable eating patterns, living with kidney disease doesn't mean giving up on enjoying food. It means becoming more intentional and informed about choices. Meal planning can transform from a chore into an act of self-care. Taking time each week to plan meals around low-potassium ingredients ensures having delicious options readily available and reduces the temptation to make less healthy choices in a pinch. Experimenting with herbs and spices opens up a whole world of flavor without adding potassium, sodium, or phosphorus. Fresh or dried herbs like basil, oregano, thyme, rosemary, and cilantro can make simple vegetables taste extraordinary. Spices like cumin,
Paprika, turmeric, and ginger add depth and warmth to dishes. Lemon juice and vinegar provide brightness and acidity that enhance flavors naturally. Batch cooking kidney-friendly meals on days when energy is high means having healthy options ready during times when cooking feels overwhelming. Freezing portions of approved soups, stews, or casseroles provides convenience without compromising health. This approach also makes it easier to control portions and stick to the dietary plan. Finding support from others managing similar health challenges can be incredibly helpful, whether through formal support groups, online communities, or connecting with others through healthcare providers. Sharing experiences, recipes, and encouragement makes the journey less isolating. Remember, millions of people successfully manage kidney disease while still enjoying their lives and their food.
Staying positive and proactive. Managing kidney disease through diet might feel overwhelming initially, but knowledge truly is power here. Every small change made toward protecting kidney health is meaningful. Every time choosing an apple over a banana or steaming green beans instead of ordering French fries, that's an active choice to support health and well-being. Progress isn't about perfection, it's about consistent, informed choices most of the time. There will be days when sticking to the plan feels harder, and that's completely normal. What matters is understanding the why behind the recommendations, having a plan, and gently returning to healthy choices after any detours. The body is remarkably resilient when given the support it needs. While kidney disease is serious and requires attention, it doesn't define worth or determine the quality of life entirely. People with kidney disease travel, celebrate, enjoy hobbies, spend time with loved ones, and live full, meaningful lives while managing their condition. So there we have it, friends, a comprehensive guide to choosing the best fruits and vegetables for kidney health, along with practical strategies for preparation and portion control. Remember, this information is meant to empower, not to replace personalized medical advice. Everyone's kidney health journey is unique, and what works for one person might need adjustment for another. If this episode provided helpful information, please hit that like button to let us know. Better yet, subscribe to Health Bloom so future episodes arrive automatically. We cover all sorts of health topics with the same caring, practical approach. Share this episode with anyone who might benefit from this information. Whether someone is newly diagnosed with kidney disease, caring for a family member, or just wants to learn more about kidney health, this information could make a real difference in their life. Drop a comment below sharing favorite low-potassium recipes or tips for managing kidney-friendly eating. Building a community of support helps everyone. If there are specific health topics to explore in future episodes, let us know. Health Bloom exists to serve and support our community. Until next time, remember that taking care of our bodies is one of the most loving things we can do for ourselves and the people who care about us. Small changes add up to significant impacts over time. Be patient with the journey, celebrate the wins, and never hesitate to reach out to healthcare providers with questions. Stay healthy, stay informed, and keep blooming.